Thank you for joining the Northern Miner here on the floor of the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. I'm pleased to introduce Thomas Wood, the CEO of Trinity One Metals. And Trinity One has, in the past 2 weeks, just announced the acquisition of the Silver-1 mine asset in Ecuador. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, Henry, and it's great to be here.
All right, so tell us about Trinity One and the asset that you're acquiring.
So we're very pleased to have announced within the last 2 weeks, on the 15th of January actually, that we have done a deal on the Silver-1 mine in Ecuador. It's located about 20 kilometers from Cuenca. This is a past-producing high-grade silver asset. It was last mined in 1994 when the silver price was $4 an ounce. And so we're very happy to have it when the silver price is about $104 an ounce. Certainly much better economics from that perspective. It was mined at about 1,000 grams per ton at the time, so it's extremely high grade. It's a vein type system. We've got an exploration target on it of 100 million ounces at 600 grams per ton. That's 5 million tonnage, at 600 grams per ton. So 100 million ounces, and that's pure silver. So unlike a lot of other silver companies that you'll find, we're not a copper company pretending to be a silver company. This is a silver asset. That 100 million ounces is not an equivalent. It doesn't include our 2 grams gold that we have in that 5 million tons, and it doesn't include any of the lead or zinc, which is also present. So we're very excited to get this asset. Because we only announced it 2 weeks ago, it's still early stage in terms of the work we've done on site. But it's something that we're looking to accelerate and to find out as quickly as possible. One of the great benefits that we've had since acquiring this asset is being able to tell people that our market cap is only $9 million. Not many people have even heard of Trinity One Metals. And so we are at the moment the lowest market cap venture exchange company with a past producing silver asset as a part of our portfolio. And so we think that's a fantastic position to be in because it's not a position we're going to be in for long.
Yeah, the historical resources that you shared certainly sounds like it might be one of the most valuable primary silver assets out there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a pure silver asset. It was mined for a 5-year period in the early 90s. There's actually tailings on site as well, which is another sort of huge side benefit. There's roughly 200,000 tons of tailings because they put the ore through a 100 ton per day mill. Those tailings have about 100 grams per ton silver in themselves. So that's a fantastic early stage revenue opportunity that we're going to look to verify and see if we can build a flow sheet and do some met testing on it to see how we can process that. One of the first things we're going to do on that tailings dam is do some shallow auger drilling, which will help us confirm the tonnage and the grade that's there. And that'll be a fantastic source of non-dilutive funding if that's something that we're able to do. And that'll be fantastic for shareholders as well. And will help us really accelerate our drilling program. We've got an extremely aggressive drilling program planned for this asset because we're really looking to define out as much as we can in this sector. And that's where we get our project scale exploration target of 100 million ounces silver from.
Yeah, all right. Well, exciting stuff. We'll wait to hear the details of how many meters you're drilling or what the budget entails. How did you find such a deal? Sounds like the proverbial diamond in the rough.
Yeah, no, it absolutely was. It was a fantastic sort of opportunity that we came across. I joined the company in July. I'd been looking for a silver asset for the company more or less from when I joined. And I found this asset through some old academic reports that mentioned it at the time. When they were producing a concentrate, it was one of the highest concentrates in the world in the early 90s. And I got in touch with a lawyer who's based in Quito, and he knew the lawyers in Cuenca who actually had inherited power of attorney over the project. And so they're lawyers, they're not miners, they're not looking to mine this thing themselves. So when I approached them, they were more than happy to do a deal. The deal that we've done with them and the lawyer in Quito is $540,000 US, staged over 1.5 years. So that's a staged payment. It's not all up front, it's mostly back-ended. And we also gave them 5 million shares as part of the transaction, which means it's a fantastic deal for them too, now that they have exposure to a fantastic company. And as a part of this deal, we were actually able to get the previous project geologist on board our company to work on this project for us as well. So he's now our lead project geologist. His name's John Bolaños. He has 30 years of experience on off with this exact mine. So in terms of world experts, we could not have a better guy who knows this mine like the back of his hand to have leading our exploration program.
All right, and then Ecuador is known as an emerging mining district, or a jurisdiction rather. How do you see it? Is there a lot going for it? How's the regulatory support?
So Ecuador's a fantastic place to do business. We're right by Lundin Gold. They have a major gold asset in country. They're not too far from us. They're a $30 billion company listed in Canada as well. And Mirador is the other major mine in country. They're right by them as well, right near us in the same sort of jurisdiction. And they're Chinese state-owned. So the two largest mines in country are a stone's throw from our project. Ecuador itself is really sort of putting a lot of effort into becoming a major emerging mining district. They're restarting their mining cadastre, they're streamlining all their mining laws and the systems. Our project itself is actually fully permitted to begin our drill campaign. We have a medium-scale mining license on the project, and our environmental report from 2007 is still current. So we can begin drilling as soon as we can get contractors on the ground. We're looking to get a crew out from Peru to refurbish our underground system. There's 3.6 kilometers of underground network on the project from when it was last mined. That's something that we're looking to refurbish as soon as possible. And another great benefit from that is that it'll make our drilling costs much cheaper, because we'll be able to drill from the existing underground workings rather than have to get right down the sort of travel costs that would be associated if we were doing it from surface. And when they mined this thing, they only mined the highest grade stuff right at the top. They only mined it down to 90 meters. We're going to take it down to 500. They only mined it 500 meters along strike. We're going to take that to a kilometer. That's a single vein. This is where our 5 million target has come from. So that's a single vein. With the specific gravity of 3, that's a 3 million ton resource right there. That's one vein. These veins are in swarms and stacked, so there's multiple veins in that section. That's why we think 5 million tons is conservative. This zone is one zone where they mined. They began exploration in another zone, the Shanaste sector, which we think will have a replicated tonnage and grade. So even from our exploration target of 100 million ounces, there's a huge amount of upside from there. And that's why we've tried to be sort of conservative with that estimate. But even then, I mean, with these prices, it doesn't sound like a conservative estimate. That'd be $10 billion of silver in the ground at spot prices. And at the moment, our market cap is $9 million. So we are the lowest market cap silver company on the TSX with a past producing silver asset.
Interesting.
So something we're very excited
fascinating. Last question, how does access to water look like, and social license?
So all those things are actually fantastic. Because this was a past producing mine, it has a history. So it has a history with the town nearby. Plenty of people were employed on the project, and there were no sort of social issues then. And it's something that we're certainly looking forward to getting engaged with the people down there and working towards getting this mine restarted as quickly as possible. I mean, the economic opportunities that will come out of this mine are enormous for not just shareholders, but people on the ground as well. And as I said before, 2 of the largest mines in Ecuador are located right nearby. So people in that area have seen the economic benefits that mining brings. And that's why Ecuador as a country is really pushing forward hard to allow mining investment, especially from Canada, to continue and accelerate.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us. That was Thomas Wood, the CEO of Trinity One Metals.